Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Mexico City Golden Eagles and the Cleveland Browns. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. That one complete to DeeDay Westbrook. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Leopard! Leopard! Set!
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll look to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10. Following the interception, Mayfield. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Calais Campbell in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at third down here. Now Mayfield. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Second down, Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. That's Gordon. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Detroit! Gone!
On third down, Mayfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on first and 10. Right back to him on first down. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play caller, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Mexico City football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a second and long to start things out. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This is Gordon on the dump-off. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Looking to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There was nothing available there for him.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Micah Kaiser was in on the tackle.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Gun!
Mayfield now on 2nd down. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Mayfield. Gets it to Gordon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Josh Gordon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. Now DaeDay Westbrook to return. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better. Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first down to hopefully points.
It's brought in by Kevin White. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. A throw left side complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking for White on the deep ball. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on to it at 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10. Mayfield on 1st down. Forced out to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He completes it right side to White. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. This will be their first trip to the red zone. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
They'll set up a throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. 1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
He's going to get it running right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Update now from a game going on in Pittsburgh. And the Steelers, they're out to an early lead. That'll be a game to monitor as we go along. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off here the 32. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Adrian Amos with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is taken in at the 5. A big play there just before halftime. And even 60 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They're going to look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. DJ Chark in the final seconds of the first half. And his guys are able to strike for 6. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff. Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And some room to work. And the ball is knocked out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Calais Campbell in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Here's Mayfield. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. To throw, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malik Jackson getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Detroit! Detroit!
And Mayfield just getting the play off. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. That's taken on the 25. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Back to throw now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here's second and 10 now from about the 32.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a handoff. This is Gordon. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. The open man is Shark. It's complete. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Look to throw here. And it's caught. Touchdown. Ben Koyak, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time for Cleveland. 57 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Mayfield. That's Njoku over the middle. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Mayfield. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They get it to him running left. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
The ball down at the 1 as they come up after the penalty on another 2nd and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack? Or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Going underneath for Gordon. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 39 that time.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Down right around the 25. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw here. And his throw is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Latavius Murray, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Well, that turned out how they wanted. Run the toss play to the left side, go for that pylon, get in there.
And just being able to understand where the pylon was and sneak it in there, well done, well executed.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless. Pressure up the middle, and down he goes. Malik Jackson in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Mayfield again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
From the gun, Mayfield. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Dante Fowler in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. So this one fairly well in the bag as they take over with a 1st and goal. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And they give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. DJ Chark with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Lambo on for the extra point. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. A give. This is Chubb. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take
All right, get moving, men. I don't want to see anyone walking around. Winners do not walk. Let's go. Round 80! Hush. Let's go. 280. Set. 240. Go.
This one is for gold.
All right. Small steps in the right direction. That's what we've been talking about. And you know what? Today you took a lot of those small steps. I'm proud of you. Keep it up.
Let's go. Let's go. Got 20. Hey, got 80. Set, round 20. Let's do Set, blue 88. Blue 30 hut. Set, blue 80. Blue hut. Set, got 20. Blue hut. Set, 80. Blue hut. Here we go. Got 20 hut. Here we go. Let's go. Go. Set. 80. Set. 80. Ready, hut. Set. 30. Booty hut. Here we go.
It's time to pick it up. Let's go for gold.
Hey, you know what, guys? That was pretty dang good. And you know what gets me really excited? You haven't even reached the top of your potential yet. Not even close. Each and every one of you should take that as a challenge and see if you can find that next level.
Let's go. Red 80. Set. Blue 88. Booty hut.
Hey boys, coming out of of yesterday's practice, we all know it wasn't good enough. Hot, wait. Hot.
Time is running out. This is it. We go for gold. All right, this is for all the marbles. This is for gold.
All right, gentlemen. You must have had your oats this morning because today was a great practice. The coaching staff, we can't ask for much more. If you guys consistently do that, we're going to win a lot of ball games. Hey, man, that was great. I mean, you had a great day today. You finally getting it. You're starting to turn the corner, and that's what we like to see as a coaching staff. Show us some more.
you.